Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. Did you miss me? Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm back. I'm back. I'm doing the stream thing again. Hello. I just ate a piece of toast real fast, so expect hiccups.
2 hours and 18 minutes.
Hello, everybody. Wow. So thank you for the 5 months, honey. Thank you, thank you. So like I missed you anything or anything. Fuck it. Wow. Wow. See, I think you did miss me. I think you did. I think based on that sentence, I think you missed me. Thank you for the oh, new member, honey. Thank you. Welcome. You're as beautiful as the day I lost you. Yippee! I'm always beautiful, thank you very much. But I do appreciate it. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm a little bit eepy. I'm a little bit tired. I don't know why I'm so tired. I went to bed at a very reasonable time last night. Crimson, thank you for the what? It changed before I could read it. No, come back. Oh, what? Do you not loop, sir? Have you decided to not loop, sir? Is that your decision on this day? Here you go. Have a loop. There we go. Crimson, thank you for the 6 months, honey. Thank you. Welcome back, princess. I hope you had a wonderful break. Welcome back. I missed you. I missed you guys too. I did. Well, I had a good break. A very good break. Oh, I'm very eepy now, though. Snake eating mouse, thank you for the 6 months, honey. Thank you. Welcome back, princess. Hi. We kept the ark clean and safe and totally didn't throw any parties. Are we sure about that? Are we sure? You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
2 hours and 18 minutes.
Sassy, thank you for the 5 months, honey. Thank you. I hope you had a great break. It's really nice to have you back. I missed you lots. I missed you too. Yeah. Well, I think maybe I probably need a little bit more time to relax. But we ballin'. We ballin' anyway. It's fine. The lamp was broken by a stray asteroid, not by a drunk Lumina, I swear. That's why there's no cracks or holes in any of the exterior. Tut. Organizing parties? How dare. It was a dimensional asteroid. I see. Naruhodo. You're the one that took the earliest possible time slot for your return stream. I did. That's on me. That's on me very much so. I might talk to Manachan about stuff that I'm doing in future and see what can be done to help me out with that. Dude, Solar, thank you for the 5, honey. Thank you, thank you. Existential crisis time. 100 years ago, only the rich has cars while people use horses. Now people have cars and only rich people use horses. I've read this before. 30 years ago, they put a watch inside of a phone. Now they have a phone inside of a watch. Humanity is weird. Humanity is weird. Remember, taking a break isn't a sin. It's not a sin, but it doesn't feel good for me. I don't know. I had a good time, though. I spent some time with my family and my friends. I played a lot of Rain World. I played Rain World like 2 years ago, and then I got back into it, and so I've just been playing Rain World a lot, basically. I got really into it again. I forgot how difficult of a game it is. It's so punishing, but it's so fascinating. It's a really, really good game. For those who don't know, Rain World is it's a game where you play in a consistently updating and functioning ecosystem, and you play as basically the bottom of the food chain. You play as something called a slug cat, which you only have one creature that is below you on the food chain, and so everything is out to get you. Absolutely everything. Oh, it's such a good game. But the cool thing about it is the fact that its ecosystem is run on an AI system. So instead of, you know how like when you play Mario and something and like you move the camera, when creatures go off of the camera, they have like a few set bits and pieces that they have to do. Well, Rain World isn't really like that. When you have like a creature that exists in the world, it will exist in the world forever, basically. And it deloads the physicality of the model when you leave its space, but its AI continues to update. So if you have like a lizard that is hunting you down and has spotted you, even if you leave the camera to go somewhere else, it will remember where you are and keep hunting you. It's really cool. It's really, really good, but it does mean that it's really difficult. So you have to like find ways to outsmart the computer, basically. It's a really, really interesting game. It sounds interesting but stressful. It's a good concept. I do like it. And they have tons of like lore and stuff in it where they have different characters. It's like based in the apocalypse. And they have these characters that are like the remnants of humans, which are what's the word for it? They're like robots, basically. They're computers that have been left behind that are still running, and they all have their own individual names, personalities, and things that's going on. Disney, thank you for the sub, honey. Thank you. Does sound interesting? It's really good. I like it a lot. I think my favorite character in it is a character called Moon, Big Sister Moon. She's my favorite character, and she's a lot of other people's favorite characters as well. But it's because she's a really sweet character. She's really cute. And they have like a bunch of other ones. You can like find different characters based on like transmissions and stuff. I think my second favorite character is a character called No Significant Harassment. Which is just, it's so funny to like talk to people who have never played Rain World before and be like, oh yeah, my favorite character is No Significant Harassment. Ah yes, the greatest character. Hi honeys, welcome in. Seems like the same stressful but fascinating feeling that I get from Project Zomboid. Yeah, they're having played both of them, they're very similar in terms of feeling, but they're totally different games. Yeah, potential stream game maybe. Oh god, I'd have to get good at it again. Rainworld is one of these games that is so punishing. It's so unbelievably punishing. What's the word for it? It's one of these games where, like, alright, here's an example. I started playing it at the very beginning of my break. On Monday, I got stuck in an area called Industrial until Wednesday! Genuinely, 3 whole days. 3 whole days. Actual human days, I got stuck trying to get out of one area. And I couldn't do it because of how difficult things are. I got so close on so many occasions. There's a mechanic in the game called karma gates, which is basically where if you live and survive with a certain amount of food, your karma goes up. And there's like 5 levels of karma. In order to go through certain gates, you need to have a certain level of karma. You need to have survived for a certain amount of time in order to get through them. And I just couldn't do it. I needed to have the highest level of karma to get into this one area. And I couldn't do it. I kept getting to like the second highest, and then I'd be like, alright, cool, now I need to go hibernate, and then something would go wrong. I'd run out of time, the rain would get me, or like a lizard would get me, or just something stupid would happen. Every time. The controls are also quite punishing. The controls are really... Once you get good at them, they're really, really nice. But when you're first learning how to play, it does feel like you're wading through maple syrup in order to try and do anything. The Princess Curse, yeah, that's just how gaming be though. It's a really good game, and they have... I have the Downpour DLC as well.
Shut up, take this fish.
So I get to have a bunch of different slug cats that all have different powers. Womba, thank you for the 10, honey. Thank you. Welcome back, princess. I'm trying to think about something too witty to put here, but it's 6 AM and brain tired. Oh no! We're just really happy to have you back, even though some of us don't want to admit it. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad to be back. So it's really fun, and there's a DLC. Yeah, the Downpour DLC. Fun fact, the Downpour DLC was originally a mod. It was originally a community mod called More Slug Cats. And the creator lost rights to the game. I think it was to his publisher or something along those lines for a little while, and he regained them about a year ago. And the first thing that he did when he regained the rights was to contact the maker of the More Slug Cats mod and was like, hey, do you want to make this official? And so then they made the Downpour DLC. Which is very, very cool. It's really, really cool. Yeah. The history of Rainworld is really interesting. I think it took him about like 11 years to make it. He started it when he was a student. And then just kept working on it. Yeah, it was really interesting. I don't know. Stuff like that always makes me, every time I play a really good game, it always makes me want to get back into game dev. But I don't have the time right now. This is my time. This is how I'm spending my time. And I love this. I want to make another game. You'd have to love a game real hard to spend over a decade on it. Yeah. I think, like, there are people who've had projects that span a long time. I think what's like the longest project that I've ever had? I think... Oh, it is a decade! The longest project I've ever had is a comic book project that I started writing 10 years ago. That I started writing 10 years ago. And it's still there. It's still, like, I'm still working on it. I'm like, getting there. I think, like, when you make something and when you love it, it's just nature to work on it in that way. Some people just like having worlds in their heads. Making games in Zatsu? Maybe. Maybe. Ugh. What would I want to do? I think maybe... I don't know. I've been getting into visual novels recently. Maybe I do a visual novel. Visual novels are pretty relaxed when it comes to game dev stuff. Which isn't to say that they're easy, it's just that they are a different category of work. Does bodybuilding count as a project? Yes, of course. Yeah, absolutely. I would be down for that. I don't know, game dev is fun, but it takes a lot. Yeah. Nothing in game dev is easy? Yeah. Absolutely nothing in game dev is easy, but there's different categories of types of work that you can do. As long as you figure out what work is much for you and what work is little for you, you can kind of go with that. All work is work, but you can swoosh about with it and stuff. Puts your text though, yeah. Less writing code, more writing dialogue. Yeah, I think, like, the thing that would, like, trip me up with it is that I wouldn't just want to do, like, a visual novel. I'd want to put in mini-games into it as well. I'm a mini-game fiend. I want my fishing mini-game. I don't care if it's not possible for me to implement a fishing mini-game into the program that I'm writing this game into. We're having a fishing mini-game. Gotta have a... Yeah, you always have to have a fishing mini game, no matter what. Mini games are fun and unexpected. Yeah, I like it though. I think it's fun. Ugh. I have a couple projects that I want to do. I think, what's my most pressing one? My most pressing one is that I wanna do more VTuber Mastermind, and then I have another project that I need to pitch to Manichan because I need something custom made for it, and I don't know if it'll be possible. I don't even know if they'll say yes. So, because it's a big project. Yeah, I don't know. It is how it be. Pigeon anyways, you never know. Yeah. I will after this, I think. Yeah. I see your break didn't slow you down at all. It did. I did genuinely stop. I did genuinely not. I didn't do anything, which is why. I didn't do anything, which is why none of my waiting rooms went up until last night. I did genuinely take a break. I stopped and I did things and I just kind of existed, for like a little bit. It was nice. I might be getting a cold. A little bit, but it's fine. And more ambitious projects, Lumina. It's not even that ambitious of a project. The issue is that there's about 3 elements to it. I want to do a project, but there's 3 elements to it, and I thought I could cut it down to just 2 elements. But it turns out that I don't have the capability to cut it down to 2 elements. So it's 3 elements that I'd have to go to Manachan to be like, hey, give me the CEO's credit card for me to commission some people. Which is a lot to ask for, I think. And I hate being told no. So it's one of those where yeah, it's one of those, but it's something that I really want. So I don't know. There's a similar project that I want to do around my birthday time as well. So I don't know if I have to just, like, I don't know if I pitch this project to them and then it gets to my birthday time and they go, oh, well, you did this project, which is very similar to this project, so you can't do this because this, and this. I don't want that to be the case because I've had that happen to me with other people in the past, mostly like teachers and stuff, which is really annoying. So I guess I have like asking for people like PTSD. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I want to do tons of stuff. Yeah, but I'm never gonna know if I don't ask for it. So I think I need to make a project proposal. Teachers are always unnecessarily mean about everything. Yeah, there was a tweet that went around recently that somebody made a really good point of, which is if you give somebody criticism and then that criticism makes them not want to do the thing anymore, that's not good criticism, you've just been mean. I've like 90% of the teachers that I've had in my lifetime have done that, which is weird. I studied film studies for a little while. And I still love making films and I still love all of that stuff. But it's only really me getting into it now again. I studied film studies, when was it, about 5 or 6 years ago? I did multiple qualifications in it. And I've told this story before, but a teacher of mine pulled me up after class one time, handed me an essay that I'd done for this class and was like, hey, I can tell you didn't try on this. Which was news to me, because I was an incessant goody two-shoes who tried on everything. So it was definitely news to me. I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, all right, I'm gonna give you a week. I'm gonna give you a week to rewrite this, and I want you to try this time. And I was like, okay, I mean, sure, maybe I just wasn't trying as hard as I could be. Fair enough. So I went home, and for the entirety of that week, I did research. It was one of the best essays that I ever wrote. Genuinely, it's one of the best pieces of writing I ever wrote in my entire life. And on Monday, I handed it to her, and she got it back to me. I don't even think she took it home. I think I gave it to her in the morning and she gave it to me that evening. And she'd marked me even lower on the new essay. I'd put in so much effort and so much more work into this new essay than the previous one. And she'd marked me down from what was like a B to like a C, or like a C minus or something that was the equivalent of. And after that, in her class, I never did any work ever again. She'd consistently ask me every week, she'd go, Amora, where's the essay? Where's the essay for this week? And I would look her dead in the eye and say, I didn't do it. And she never said anything about it. I never got in trouble for it. And I think it's just because she knew that she'd killed my love for that subject. She'd killed my love of it. And I don't remember what happened to that teacher. I have a friend who actually works at the school that I used to go to. So I don't think that teacher actually works at that school anymore. But she killed my love of film studies for a long while, which is so bizarre that it got to me that badly. But sometimes things just do in that context. I sure love getting work back with no constructive criticism but marks taken off. Yeah. I love that. Even like the red pen with like the, hey, you could have done this better would have been good. But it was just like, you didn't try, and then marking me like a grade down on my next one. Like, okay, cool. Every time I've stopped loving a hobby, it's been because of a teacher squashing it, so I understand that. Yeah. I think they realize how much power they have over it. Some of them just don't care anymore, which is such like a terrible thing to have, really, when you think about it. I don't know. But yeah, it was such like a weird thing. I never did any work ever again in that class. And I passed the exam, like I still got an A in the final exam. So I think it must have been her, in fact, because the exams aren't marked by the teachers. So I was a consistent like C and B student for the entirety that she taught me, and then the second I got into the exam, I got an A. So it must have been like she had some kind of thing with me where she just didn't like me or something. Or she just hated children or something, who knows. Glad that you eventually got over it. Bad experiences like this can either break you or make you stronger. Yeah, I still enjoy films and stuff now, and I still enjoy editing and making content and stuff. In fact, this is now my job, so that's lovely. But yeah, I don't think I will ever do another film course, because she just sucked that badly. Yeah, did she do the same to other classmates? This was a point in my life where I didn't have friends, so I don't know. Or at least I didn't have friends that were in the same classes as me. So I knew people that I knew, but at the time I didn't have friends who were also doing film. Or if they were doing film, they weren't in the same school as me. So is it in college or high school? This is, so the UK has a couple different things. So they have high school, and then they have high school is secondary school, and then they have university after that. But then they have a weird middle ground called A-level, which is like you need to have done A-levels or something called B.Tech in order to get into university. So this was like the weird bit in the middle. This was during that. So this was in fact, if she had have given me a C, like if she'd have had control over the exam boards to mark me for the C that she wanted to give me, I wouldn't have been able to get into university. Which is, that's really vindictive now that I'm thinking about it. God. Wow. God, I'm like, that's just occurred to me. Pretty scuffed. Yeah. It was definitely interesting. Yeah, because all of my predicted marks for film, because they have, basically, in order to get into university, you have your actual marks, which are the ones after the exam, and then you have your predicted marks. And so you apply to university with your predicted marks, and then you go back to the university after you have your marks, and you say, hey, I did get what they told me to, or I did better, or I did worse. And then they offer you the place based on that. And so I had to go and apply to universities with them saying that I had like a predicted C in film, and then I had to go back to universities and be like, hey, I got an A. So some of them, maybe the reason that I didn't get offers for some universities is because of that. Who knows? Goodness me. Ugh. Anyway, my life turned out the way that it turned out anyway, so even though that teacher sucked, I have a pretty good life now, so That would have crushed my spirit in its entirety if I had that teacher. Well, you can see why I just stopped doing work then. So, yeah, I'd be happy. Better than getting lower than expected, I guess? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But I think, like, I was such, like, I've always been an extreme overworker, an extreme hard worker. And so whenever I got, like, a low grade in something, it was kind of always a red flag to other teachers about that teacher rather than me. Which is such, like, a weird thing for me to say. But we always had, like, a really good rapport with, like, all of the teachers in our schools. So, it was always... I had, like... I loved to learn. I loved to be at school. I was a massive teacher's pet. And so when I started going through like a bit of a rough patch in any of my classes or anything, it was typically because of the teacher rather than the actual like work or me having an issue, which is so funny. I used to be on a pretty good rapport with the, I think she became the head teacher in my last year in this school, but prior to that she was the secondary head. And I used to have a pretty good rapport with her, to the point where if I just didn't like a teacher or I didn't like what they were doing or something, I would just say. Be like, oh yeah, Mr. Jones or whatever. Yeah, he's not great. You should fire that guy. What do you mean snitch? I just wanted good teachers at my school. No, it's like Maud's fine, this teacher. I don't know. I wanted good teachers at my school. I think like I went to a pretty interesting place. I went to a couple schools. But that one was nice. I think I enjoyed my time the most at that one. He had a teacher on university who passed 2 out of 30 students. Excuse me. From his class. He refused to believe that it was his fault we didn't learn a thing in his classes. Some teachers are like that. Some teachers are genuinely like that. I did a life drawing class at one point or another with this one teacher who was just insufferable. I have no other way to put it. They were completely and utterly insufferable. And that year that we had that guy, we had like the worst grades. Genuinely. I don't think, like, for the sake of the fact that it was like a mandatory life drawing class with this one teacher, nobody learnt anything. We had people that like regressed in their ability to do illustration and do art in this guy's class, which is so unbelievably funny. Can you imagine being so bad at your job that people actually regress in their ability to do something? That's a real thing in art, where if you learn a new technique wrong or you get a new teacher, you can actually regress in your ability. It can happen. Or if you haven't done it for a while or you're out of practice. It depends on how long you can take to get back to where you used to be. But art is like a muscle in the same way as, like, you know, if you haven't done like a jog for like some time, you can be bad at it when you first go back to it. It's the same thing. Losing IQ points by osmosis. Yep. He was the worst teacher I ever had for art, I think. He just sucked entirely. I remember very specifically, I can't say much about him as a person or any of that type of stuff. But one of the things that I can say is that he used to brag. He used to brag that every art industry job that he'd ever gotten, he used to brag about the fact that he'd been fired from every art industry job that he had gotten. He used to brag about it. And he used to brag about it in the context of they couldn't handle me, or he was too much of a creative spirit to work in the art industry. And like every time that he'd go on one of these little tangents, everybody in the class would just kind of ooh, buddy. This is really, really funny. He did a lot of other very weird things as well, that I can't talk about because I feel like that would give away too much of his personal information or too much of my personal information. But he was a very, very odd individual, and being taught by him was an experience. I think everybody needs one of those weird teachers, though. Everyone needs weird teacher stories. My younger sister had the worst painting professor. She would literally bully the students if she didn't like you. What? My sister doesn't live on campus and the prof said womp womp to her over it. That sucks. That's terrible. Oh my god. Even the weird guy who would brag about being fired from industry jobs, even he didn't do that. He was very understanding about not being able to get in or to be in class or anything. He was very, very understanding about that. He used to have some very weird anecdotes about stuff like that as well, which again, I can't say. I wish I could tell you because they're really funny and I can't. I did engineering, so my teachers were mostly competent or boring. Yeah, you get that as well. That's fine though. Did engineering, so my teachers were mostly oh wait, I just read that. I'm tired. Why is my brain the way that it is? Why is my brain going nyum? I'm out of practice. I'm out of practice! Pat the brain. Pat the brain. It's because I look in one spot. I don't like, it's in order to like save time on stuff, I'll look in one spot in chat and I'll just start reading the message before I read who sent it. So I never like move my eyes or anything. I have one spot that I look to. Brace a bit up. Time for a new brain. I need a brain scrub. I need somebody to oh, have you ever seen the movie Igor? Was it Igor or Igor? I don't remember what it's called specifically. But it's like it was one of the first 3D animated films. What was it? Who was it done by? But they have a scene in that where there's a character who's like a brain in the jar, and he goes for like a brain scrub, and they just kind of go at it with like brushes and things. It's really good. The relatable desire to pluck your brain from your head and give it a good rinse. Yeah, I need to give it a good squish, 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 squish. Can I find it? It's from 2008? Wait, this is way later than I thought. Why does it look like this? If it's from 2008, why does it look like this? Maybe that was just the style of the film. Who knows? Huh. I would have thought that it would have looked better for being made in 2008. I don't... Interesting. Can I find like a good poster for it? Here we go. What's that? It was this film. This one. Yeah, who was it made by? That's a good question. It was... Tony Leandis was the director. What on earth? Really? Huh. Yeah. Distributed by 20th Century Studios by Universal Pictures. Who made it though? Who was the production company? Exodus? Eh? Who made this film? No one's owning up to owning this film. Who made it? No one's owning up to having made this film. Nobody wants this film. Exodus Film Group is the only person who's owning up to having made that, but I've never heard of them. What else did they make? What else? What other films did they make? Did they do, wait, do they do Despero? Oh my god! They might have, oh, I can't tell who did Despero either. God dang it, okay. Well, either way. One of the first orphan films just popped into existence. Ugh. Yeah, they recommended me like a bunch of other films from that kind of time period as like a, hey, we also did this type of thing. And one of the ones that here's the list of films that it's recommended to me in order on IMDb. The Tale of Despero, which is a fantastic film. Tale of Despero is really good. I like Despero a lot. It's a really, really good film. It's got Emma Watson in it, which is a really weird cast for her, I think, but she did a good job. And then immediately afterwards, it's recommending me Planet 51, which, for those of you who don't know what Planet 51 is, it's one of the first animated movies that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson voiced a character in. Yep. Can I find it? When did this get made? When was this done? 2009. 2009 was this film made. It was one of the first films that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson voiced a character in. Can Can I find it? I made a joke about this. There's like an edit that there's like a Photoshop thing that I did a little while ago. God, I can't find any. Oh, here we go. Here's like a weird promo image of Planet 51 that I'm about to give you all of you guys. Look at this! Yeah, see? Look at how this film was bad. Blaise, hi! Welcome to the stream. Hi. More love, Blaise love. Hi. Yeah, this is the film. So they had all of these characters POV figure out who's the villain. You know, it really doesn't take much to figure out who's the villain here. Yep. But yeah, that guy in the middle, the little space astronaut guy right there, that guy's voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Yep. I remember watching this in theaters. Yes, he is. He is voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's one of his first animated film roles that he did. And he does a really good job, actually. He does a really good job. I think, like, I think it might be one of his first animated ones. I don't know if he did stuff prior to that, is the thing. He did professional wrestling for a long time. And then he switched to doing, like, films and stuff. He was in Hannah Montana? Oh, he was in one episode in Hannah Montana. Okay. Wait, it was! Apart from video games and a couple Disney bits and pieces, Planet 51 was the first animated role that he ever took. Well, hey! Doc, thank you for the super, honey. Astro looks like a young Hide the Pain Harold. No! He's a very tortured, highly popular celebrity on Earth. That's his real story in the film. Oh my god. I actually really respect Dwayne, Mr. The Rock. I really respect him as a voice actor, because you tend to find that when you have celebrities that go on to do acting and voice acting, they might be okay at the acting bit of it, but the voice acting bit, they'll typically suck at, and this is why we've had so many Chris Pratts in recent years. I love Chris Pratt. He can't voice act. He's a fantastic actor. He's not a good voice actor. I'm sorry, Mr. Pratt. You need to go back to doing regular films, because that's what you were good at. I promise you. I promise you. We've had other people who have also done Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is just the most obvious example as well. But Mr. The Rock puts effort into being good at voice acting, and I respect him for it. Please! All Chris Pratt's voice acting role should have been live action. I don't want a live action Mario movie. It just really bugged me that he was like, yeah, I worked really hard on the Mario movie to make it so that Mario's voice was really special. And then we got the Mario movie and it was just Chris Pratt. And then he did the same for Garfield, where he was like, hey, I worked really hard to make Garfield special and unique. And then it's just Chris Pratt again. Be the guardian of my galaxy. Yeah. Chris Pratt with a fun he wears a different hat for every role that he has. He's a really good actor. He's just not a good voice actor. I think, like, there's a massive difference between acting and voice acting. And you can definitely tell the difference between people who do try and people who don't. Because you get actors who are fantastic actors and voice actors, and this is people like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who are good actors and voice actors, and Benedict Cumberbatch, who is a fantastic actor and voice actor. And the difference is that you try. They try at both of these things. They understand that they're separate specialties in acting. Jack Black as well. Jack Black is a fantastic example. Yeah. Wah. Oh, Jack Black. Best voice actors for the old Zelda cards. No, you're so real for this. That's so real. I also get the tone of his voice. Oh boy. Ugh. Jack Black is fantastic as a voice actor as well as an actor. Yeah, Jack Black is just good at what he does. I think there's a massive thing with Jack Black where he puts like 100% of himself into basically everything that he does. It's really good. It's really, really good. Ugh. I am EP. I went to bed at a reasonable time. I slept for 9 hours last night. It doesn't even matter. I'm still EP. He comes off as so genuine. Yeah. Oh, Jet Black, man. I know so many women that would fight in a coliseum for 10 minutes of Jack Black time. 10 minutes of Jet Black's time. Sometimes you overshoot the REM cycles. Yeah. I think this is I always find it really funny. You see them on Twitter a lot, where grown men, it's typically Americans, grown men will go off on one and be like, oh, well, women these days, they only want men with muscles and who are rich. Meanwhile, one of the sexiest men on this planet is Jack Black. Dad boards. Dad boards are so good. Ugh. Deadpool counters voice acting. Ryan Reynolds is pretty great, but Ryan Reynolds in terms of his voice acting, I guess it's a mixture of both. Ryan Reynolds is just Deadpool though. Ryan Reynolds' Pikachu is pretty funny though. Ryan Reynolds' Pikachu works though. is the thing, because Ryan Reynolds was doing Ryan Reynolds stuff as Pikachu, but he also wasn't not putting the effort in. You could see that he'd absorbed the media and learned a ton about it in order to do his role properly, and he was putting that effort into his role to be as best as he possibly could be. Whereas I listened to Chris Pratt's voice in every single voice acting role, and he's just like, you can tell that he's doing like the physical body acting, but he's just not doing it in his voice, which is what you need for voice acting. The man I wanted at 17 Legolas, the man I wanted at 25 Aragorn, and the man I wanted at 30 Samwise. I don't know what you're talking about. I've always been a Samwise enjoyer. Thank you very much. You know how we have like a list of characters that I've liked in media? Samwise is on that list. Samwise is on that list. Yeah. Ugh. Still and always to this day. Who does he play? He plays a character in Stranger Things. Is his name like Doug or something? But that's another character that's really good in Stranger Things for me. Samwise Gamgee is a good man. Can you ask for more? Yeah. Samwise Gamgee is the kind of guy that would like, he just wanted to like get married and live a good life. I respect that. I respect that. We want the same things, Sam. We want the same things. We're known as love interest. Yeah, I don't remember. Was it Bob? I don't remember his name. He was also a good character, though. Yeah. Ugh. Dang, yeah. Sam is always the best choice. Every time I see Midday on Twitter now, I get really confused because of her profile picture. I was like, that's not Midday. Who's that? Who's that? So yeah, it's cooler. It is cooler. How long does she have to keep that for? Yeah, it's Cully cosplaying, is that Kiara? That's Kiara! I can tell because the little hat. Really is a great image of Cully. Yippee! I love that fox so much. Speaking of that fox, tomorrow we are gonna be doing a collab. We are finally, because I have the cool PC that does the cool things. We're doing the Bokura collab. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I want to play game with my fox. I messaged her about it. I was like, "Are you still down to do this?" Are you still down to do this? Because I know that you're gonna be really tired after your birthday. She was like, yeah, it's fine. And I was like, okay. Do you know anything about the game going into it? Well, I know that it's 2 different worlds. I know that we have to solve puzzles together. But each of our POVs is gonna be different. Amora, stop, you making me tired. Well, I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Didn't realize I was not allowed to be EP on stream. I'll just stop being EP then, I guess. So you wanted to stream like 2 days after? That's a me move. She's not allowed to do that. That's something I would do. Midday. I love that fox. Oh, I can get rid of the there we go. I'll get rid of that image of the message. She's not allowed to be me. Yeah. Sleeping ASMR stream. Wow. I want to do some ASMR. Soon. I will see about putting it on the schedule real soon. To get it sorted, because I'd like to do some ASMR again. It's nice. Did you guys listen to Middy's ASMR? She did a really funky. She did a really funky ASMR. It was yandere and it was really good. I'm not an ASMR person typically, but it's good. It's really good. I highly recommend it. So yeah, I love that, folks. I normally get like what's the word for it? ASMR usually like makes me feel all like ugh, type of thing because it's too close. It's like a weird sensory thing that I have. So it's a little bit difficult. But I will always put in the effort to listen to Middy's stuff. Or any of the other girls' stuff. Ugh. I know exactly what you mean. I have the same thing. Yeah. I love them. Yeah. They did a really good job. I know that they were nervous about it as well. I think like being nervous about ASMR is such a real thing though, because it is nervous. It's kind of very, how do I put it? What's the way to put it? It feels very intimate, I think. That's the best way to put it. Cause you're so close to everything and they're like, I'm like right in your ear the entire time. It feels very personal. So it always used to intimidate me, and it still intimidates me now. I still want to do a good job of stuff. I think like I was talking to Middy about it a couple months ago, where I was like, "What? You have the same thing I do, where like you're very particular about your ASMR. What do you listen to?" And she was like, "Oh, soup." I was like, "Huh?" She was like, "The wood soup." I was like, "What?" Yeah. Turns out people have like bowls full of like different objects that they just kind of mix around to do that with. Anyway, now it's one of my favorite triggers as well, and I totally want to do a soup ASMR stream. I want to do one now. I want to do that. Positive affirmations ASMR was so personal. It was quite the experience. Yeah, I'm glad I did that actually. I'm not a very. I get it's not very often, mind you. But on occasion I'll get a marrow of somebody asking for something out of my pay grade, shall we say. And in previous experience, they've always asked for the opposite of positive affirmations. So... But I don't know how I feel about that. That always feels too mean to me, I think. I don't like the idea of actively, like, insulting you guys or all of that type of thing. I don't know how I feel about that. That just feels mean. Cause like I know after like a hard day, I don't want to come home and then have somebody tell me that I'm worthless. I don't want that. What do you mean? I don't know. I don't want that. You do make a good villain. Villainy is different though. Villainy is like... Villainy is villainy. That's me playing a character. Whereas this feels personal. How many of those? I've had a couple of those. It's not very often. It's not very often nowadays, especially. In the very early days before I was like, I'm not gonna make any NSFW content. Prior to that, I got quite a few. And I took them in stride. They're kind of funny. People love to be behind a screen if there is anonymity involved in things. People love to just write full paragraphs. And that's the beauty of the internet. I love my job. People see tall women and their brain just empties. Yeah. Mine too. Mine too. It be how it be. It's when you do this as a job, you kind of have to take it in stride. You can't get like nervous or impacted by it, because people will do it regardless of comfort level. So you kind of have to take it with humor. This is why, like, my stance on NSFW content is the way that it is, which is just, if you want to make it, you have my full permission to make anything that you want. Just keep it legal and keep it out of my DMs. Like, that's my only stance on it. You have to have thick skin as well. Yeah, people will send you... People don't like success that you have, or they think that your success isn't valid. Maybe because you're part of a company, or... I think, like, people will especially send, like, oh, all of your success is because you're a girl. That's another thing that I've been sent a few times, which is... I'm sure for one or two of you that's definitely a thing. The idea of DMing somebody NSFW stuff is really weird. Yeah, but people do it. People definitely do it. I think, like, for some people, they like that. For some people, they would like to interact with that type of content on the regular. I'm not one of those people. At least not in public. I have seen my fair share of internet things. I'm not naive, but it's not... I've been around it enough to know that it's not my thing. That's just me. Yeah. I don't know. People get frustrated with where they are in life, and then they find something to blame it on, and afterwards, hopefully it makes them feel better. That's okay. I'm gonna keep doing my thing regardless. So yeah, I don't know. I I like doing stuff. I've been trying to do more highlight videos recently as well. Did you see the I posted it the other day. I think it was yesterday. The buckshot roulette. The buckshot roulette highlight video. I think I might do those with more streams because they're really nice to have, especially for like, because I know that some people don't like turning up for streams. So it's nice to have highlight videos for people who still want to be involved in the content but don't have the attention span to sit through like a full 3 hours or something along those lines. I had fun making it. It was good. Yeah, I think I might do that in future with a few. I've wanted to make long form content for like a really long time. And it wasn't working out with a few things. I was working with Mana-chan to try and get editors for more long-term stuff. And it wasn't really working out the way that we wanted it to, so things have been a bit delayed in that regard. So I might be doing them myself for a while. Sometimes there's not enough time, too many things to do, too many VTubers to watch. Yeah, I like short form content. Well, short form. I like content that I can then just watch and plug and play into. This is why I really enjoy I really enjoy a content creator called Astral Spiff. He's a speedrun content creator. He's done like a ton of stuff. He's done like tons of stuff for like the FNAF series. He recently played, is it Soma? He recently played a bunch of different like space horror games and stuff. But I love his videos because he'll typically do a challenge and make a video out of him doing that challenge. And even though that challenge has taken him weeks to complete, he'll make a video compiling all of his journey of it together, which is really good. I like it. And I know that he has several editors that help him out with stuff like that, which is how he's able to get stuff out so fast. So I'd like to try and mimic that style as much as possible, putting my own spin on it and things, but I like the style. It's good. I tend to watch his videos while I'm like eating or something. I'll like eat breakfast in the morning and put his videos on, and then as soon as I've finished breakfast, I'll pause the video where I'm at, do some work, and then when it's time for lunch, I'll go get food, and then I'll keep watching his video from where I left off. You discussed watching Spiff before? I have, yeah! He's a good content creator. I like his stuff. I like this type of videos, like Smallan. I never got into Smallan, although people keep telling me that I'd like him. It was just never my thing. That's the highest compliments for a creator, where you take inspiration from stuff. Yeah, very much so. I think like, who was a creator? I've mentioned this beforehand. When I was first getting into content creation and I wanted to start making videos, I've mentioned this before. I was a really big fan of Hermitcraft. I loved Hermitcraft, and I still love Hermitcraft. I still watch Hermitcraft to this day. But I loved it so much. I wanted really badly to make those videos and to be a part of something like that. And so I started trying to make videos in like a Hermitcraft style. Who is my favorite hermit? Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair. I watch pretty much all of them now. That's not fair. Who do I watch the most? Okay. Instead of who do I watch the most, because I watch all of them, who was the last person I watched? Let me look at my history. Here we go. Who was the last person I watched? So the last episode I watched was Mumbo's most recent episode for season 10, episode 17, with the Pistons. Like he's doing a whole like, he's going back to like almost hobbity stuff at the moment. I'm really proud of how like good at building he's gotten in recent years. For him going from like I can't build at all to making some of what I believe is some of the best looking mega builds in Hermitcraft history in recent seasons, he's been doing a really good job. I'm really proud of him. He's progressed so much, man. I'm proud of him. I like how they always like mess with each other in that way as well. They like have you guys seen the horn things that they've been doing? Where like they've edited the horns in the game to have different sound effects. It's so good. Yeah. Challenge yourself in prison seasons to get better at building. I think he started doing that in 8, I think it was. What was the jungle build that he did? Was that 8 or was that 7? That might have been 7 actually, because 6 was the 6 was the globe that he did where it was on the water and it had all the different biomes in it. 7 was the jungle. 7 was the jungle. There we go. Yeah. I'm giving away so much about myself right now. The globe was really nice. The globe was really nice. The only thing that bothered me about the globe was the fact that it wasn't perfectly circular. That bothered me a lot. But yeah, Minecraft is important to me. It's one of my favorite games. And it's been with me for a very, very long time. So yeah, my start in content creation was me making Hermitcraft style videos on a Minecraft server that I was on with my friends. So there we go. It's really adorable because I'm just walking around being like, here's my Minecraft build, because you know that's how I talked back then apparently. It's really I look back at those videos and I'm embarrassed by it, but they're a part of my history and I do appreciate that part of my history, you know? Yeah. The British were strong with young Amora. Yes, it was. That's how you talk now, mean. OSHI needed to drag the rest of the EIEN back into the block game. The server's been a bit dead for a while. I want a new server. I think I'd like a new server. I think I'd want to restart. I've spoken with Spectre about it a few times, where we'd love to do like a Hermitcraft thing. Because obviously Minecraft is, there's some people in EIEN who love Minecraft and some people who are just not into it, and that's fair enough. I've spoken with Spectre about trying to make a server, a Minecraft server, for a bunch of people from different corpos who want to do a Hermitcraft thing, who want to make an SMP. And and make videos and stuff on it. I want to do that. I want to do that real bad. But I feel like one of the only ways to do it would be to do it in a challenge kind of way, like to do like a third life type of thing, and do like 3 to 4 weeks of like filming for this SMP. I feel like that's probably the best way to do it instead of doing a Hermitcraft season. Because obviously some people are going to feel differently about different bits and pieces. Yeah. Oh my god. I think I want to be part of the Minecraft YouTuber scene a bit more. I'd like to. Unfortunately, in order to be a part of the Minecraft YouTuber scene a bit more, you kind of have to have friends who are already in the Minecraft YouTuber scene. I don't have that. I have friends who make Minecraft videos, but none of them who are in like the Minecraft YouTuber scene is the issue. Yeah. Need to play Minecraft on streams too a bit at least. I worry about that as well, because as much as I love it, my YouTube streams don't, my Minecraft streams don't do too well. They don't do too great. So yeah. You were 2 steps away from Captain Sparkles. Yeah, but like, just because I'm like a few people away from Captain Sparkles doesn't mean I can like call up Mr. Sparkles himself and be like, hey bro, want to collab? Because he's gonna be like, who are you? I don't have his like number. What are you talking about? So we're using analytics ruining everything. Yeah, I think like there's a fine line between stuff that I enjoy making and stuff that is popular that I make. And unfortunately with the way that things are, I have to follow what is popular more so than what I enjoy. But that's just how content creation works on a professional level. You could try and see what happens. I guess so. I think like the issue is that like the YouTube algorithm isn't really forgiving to trying new things, which is very, it's not fun. YouTube has like a horrible habit of like, if you try a new thing and people don't receive it very well right away, it will crash your whole thing. Which is not great when I want to eat and pay my bills. I feel the same about fan artists at cons. You kind of have to cater to what's popular. Yeah, the key to it is to do a bit of a spread where you have like maybe 80% what people want and maybe 20% of stuff that you like. And that's the stuff that you like is to keep you sane. So, I don't know. There's stuff I'd like to do, but it's just not the right time to do it. Or I have to wait a bit longer to do it type of thing. Yeah. So yeah, Minecraft is important to me. But so is eating and paying bills. So to be accommodating a fan of something obscure and niche. I get that though. I One of my favorite animes of all time is Ouran High School Host Club, and I guess it definitely is dated now, but there's still a fandom for it, and it's not often that you see much of Ouran come up, but when it does come up, I make a purchase every time. So there we go. So do you see nothing about the obscure or see exactly one booth or one product? Yeah, sometimes I get lucky and I find like a keychain or something. Sometimes it's prints. Most of the time it's not much. I just want my Ouran High School Host Club merch, please. Ugh. I never knew when I first watched that show, I never knew if I wanted to be Haruhi or be with Haruhi. That was my thing when I was watching that show. I was like, Kiss, kiss, fall in love. Da, 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 da. I'd like to do like a mini cover of that. I might do a mini cover of that actually. Da, 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 da. It's a really, really good song. I feel really bad for the singer that had to do the English version of it for the English one. Because you can just tell that because they didn't change the key of the song at all, and so the Japanese singer does really, really well on it, but the English singer, you can tell that it's just like an octave too high for them. And they can't quite hit the notes that they're supposed to hit. I feel bad. Why couldn't they have just like pulled it down a little bit for them? That's so sad. It just can't compare. Yeah, it's good though. I like it. There we go. Ugh, the crushing heel of corporate life. Ah! It's fine. It's fine. Everything's all good. Let's see. Maybe you're my love. Da, 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 da. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know. That was one of my favorite animes growing up. I think like the ending was really good. I liked the ending. I'm just really sad that like for a show like that we only got one season. And the worst part about Ouran High School Host Club getting only one season is that we won't be able to get a second season because they made the manga. The manga kept going after the show had ended. They had the manga prior, and then they had the manga after. But the thing is that the show changed so much about the actual original manga that when the manga continued and the story fit in the manga, it completely changed the entirety of the show. Did the manga finish? I think it did. I think it did. It did end. Yes, you're right. Yeah, it completely changed. There's tons and tons of stuff that happens in the manga that they just don't go into in the show at all. And because of the ending of the manga and the ending of the anime, it's a totally separate story. They're two different stories entirely using the same characters. What manga are we talking about? We're talking about Ouran High School Host Club, which is a host manga. Host Club manga. And one of my personal favorite mangas. So many anime adaptations that could have just done with more than one season. Oh my god, yeah. It's very, very dated now as something. But, I don't know, I still like it. It's still my comfort anime. They need to bring back all of the original voice actors, though. They have to. I refuse to have anybody else voice anybody else. They can do the Full Metal Alchemist route. They could do. I want them to. I want it to come back, please. They still do. I'm not even joking when I say that if I end up taking a trip to Japan to go to a collab cafe of Ouran High School Host Club, I will be completely serious. I'm so genuine. They happen occasionally. It's not very often, but it happens. If I go to Japan purely for an Ouran High School Host Club collab cafe, do not be surprised. There's many things that I would take an extremely long plane ride for. This is one of them. Yeah. I love the idea of collab cafes. Oh, there's I really love cute stationery. I was talking to Mana-chan about this a couple months ago, where they were like, oh, what's your hobbies? And I was like, I'm an overworker. This is my hobby. This is my life. But one of the things that we spoke about was the fact that I like cute stationery. I really like cute stationery. There's a convention in Japan that's just for cute stationery. It's just for cute stationery. And I want to go really bad. I want to go there really bad. Wombat, thank you for the 10, honey. Thank you. Japan trip friends. I don't know. How hard do you think you'd blush at the collab cafe? So much. It's one of my favorite. I just like the idea of collab cafes. I think they're cool. What are your hobbies? Work? Yes. Yes. This used to be my hobby, and now it's my job. And now I don't have hobbies. I need to get a hobby. I need to start doing stuff outside of work, I think. I need to talk to Mana-chan about, like, me having stuff outside of work. Because I think I'm too creative as a person. I need to make things for myself every once in a while, I think. And that's a little difficult to do in this current, in this job. Because you're kind of expected to make everything for this job. I don't know. I think I need to talk to them about doing stuff for me. I turned my hobby into a job and now I don't know what to do. It's not that per se, because I still like doing my own things. I think it's just like, this job is so cool that there's so many things that I want to do that having to make things for myself is kind of impossible now, because everything kind of just goes into this. So I need to figure out how to make things for me in the meantime of things, I think. Yeah. If you love it, I do love it, but me me loving something doesn't mean that that's healthy. I can have the greatest job in the world and I still need me time. That's just how work works. Yeah. DOKUMI, since anything you think of can instantly start thinking of how you can include it in your streams. Yeah, yeah. It's difficult to unhook, I think, that way of thinking. So yeah, I don't know. I think I need to work it out with Mana-chan and stuff. Also because I'm not sure of what I can and cannot do outside of streams and things. So I need to talk with them about it and be like, hello, give me confirmation. Miss Adrian's gonna force you to go on vacation. Probably. Probably. It might be that case. I don't know. Obviously, I will try to stick around a lot because I enjoy this, but yeah. It be how it be. But yeah, I like making things. I like making things for me. And I like making things for you. I just have to balance that. Yeah. Yeah. Let me have a look at this. Speaking of, why am I getting DM'd? Oh! It's cool things! It's cute things. Oh, I will look at this in a bit then. Okay. I will look at this in a little bit. Way! Let's go! Cute things, yeah. So yeah, there we go. I have so many things that I need to deal with now that I'm back, actually. Because I did like... Oh yeah! I came back and I had to look at all of my comments and things. So they're like, oh, what are my comments on stuff? So many of you were putting stuff under my shorts and on Twitter to be like, wow, Amora, you're working on your holiday? This guy's never heard of stockpiling, everybody. This guy's never heard of the concept of making things ahead of time. This guy doesn't understand the concept of time management. Everybody point and laugh. Ha 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 ha. Yes, so you make things ahead of time. So I did some of my stuff like ahead of time. And then all of the stuff. I need to get back into all of the stuff that I paused before I went on my break. Including finishing up the in fact I need to DM Mana-chan about that. I will poke Mana-chan about it now that I'm back. But I wanna something voice pack. So I need to talk to them about that because I prompted them about it prior to me going away, so I'll poke them about it again now that I'm back. But yeah, I mentioned it to members a little while ago, but I'll mention it here as well since it's not really indicative of anything that is super secret. This month's voice pack might be a little different. I got permission from Mana-chan to try something new, to try and make it a little bit more immersive and a bit more special. So I'm trying things out. I'm trying things out. Whether or not it works or not is another matter, but I made a bunch of demos and stuff that I need them to listen to and to let me know if it's okay to release. So I'm gonna poke them about that again. Gonna be guinea pigs and I'm all for it. Yeah, because I didn't really know what voice packs were. I knew what they were in context, but I didn't really know how to like go about making them or to how to put my own spin on them. Bob, thank you for the 6 months, honey. Thank you, thank you. Amora, that was only 3 days. Stop cheating on your breaks. No! 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 No. So, yeah. I need to poke them about it again. So, I'll do that. Just to see. Because obviously, I can't release anything until they've said that I can release stuff. Because that's how working in a company works. So there. But hopefully it should be okay. I'm gonna hope that they like the demos and that everything works well, and then I can release stuff, and then I'll have like a better idea of what I'm doing. So yeah. Have any updates on the emote stuff? I'm still working on that. Currently that's taken a sideline to finishing up the donathon rewards for stuff, but as soon as that's done, hopefully in the next 2 weeks I can get back to it. I don't want to release just like singular emotes, so I'd hope to release a pack of them. Miwi! Are you excited for the collab tomorrow? Miwi! We're playing game tomorrow, Miwi! There's my fox. Mini, I keep getting confused every time I see, because I never look at like usernames on Twitter. I look at the photos before I look at the usernames. So I keep getting confused as to who you are, because you still have Koi as your profile picture from the donathon. It's so good. Coefficient Sapphire, yeah. Shifogoro. How long do you have to keep that up for? I'm in cosplay jail. No. How do they like? Do you? Was it just for the donathon and you forgot, or do you have to like until tomorrow? Ah, okay, until tomorrow. I think. Okay. It's so funny. I keep looking at your image and being like, "That's not my good friend Midday Sapphire. That's a totally different individual." Because I'm like super picture based in my brain. I think it was 1 week. I see. This is the new norm. Ah, it's Koi. Koi forever. Forever and ever. Wait, it's coefficient? Always has been. Yeah. I'm very eepy. I'm so eepy. I think... What time is it? Okay. I will do up until the hour. And then I might head off and have a bit of a nap before I do all of my responsible princess things that I have to do. Just wait until chat makes you use a Koi promo picture. That might turn into a tradition now. I think it's Blaise's birthday next, isn't it? I think it's, and then me. Oh god. Yeah, Blaze is, yes. Blaze is, oh, well, hey. Blaze is, yesterday, it's officially a month until Blaze's birthday. Which I'm very excited for. And then it's me. Cause I'm in August. Oh boy. I'm a Leo. I think I have like, I did some research into human astrology. Is it astrology? There's one of the twos, but I think I suit the personality type of Leo. Yeah. Back to back AF birthdays. Yeah. I'm excited about it. What's the horoscope for me today? Today's horoscope. Horoscope.com. This sounds like somebody that would have a horoscope. Where's Leo? Ah, there I am. You'll be the savior of the day. Your wisdom and patience will be your best assets today. Leo, you'll be of great help to those around you. You'll counsel them and be able to guide them towards better days. All those who are lost in their personal problems just need someone like you. You're their friend and they appreciate your generosity. Aww. Gemini, is that the English name? I think so. Gemini, you are Gemini. Here we go. Gemini, you've been working hard lately and giving a lot of energy to others. Gemini, today you're feeling tired. There will be tension in the air throughout the day. You may feel that certain people that you consider friends now disappoint you. Don't get tangled up in their superficiality. It's probably wise to put some distance between you and these people. That's your horoscope for today. How's it gonna work out with your birthday being right in the middle of V-Expo? That's a good question. We haven't figured that out yet. I have a feeling, and do not quote me on this because I have not spoken to Manachan properly about this. I have a feeling that, I have a feeling that my birthday festivities are going to be either before or after V-Expo. I probably won't celebrate on the day. Or if I do celebrate within that specific time frame, it'll be like for a donathon, and then I'll pause to go to V-Expo and then continue the donathon. So I have no idea what's gonna happen with that one, but we'll figure it out when we get to it. We'll cross that bridge when we decide to walk over it. The entire expo to celebrate. That's definitely not awkward. Yeah, yippee! I don't know. I'm so excited to be at V-Expo though. One of my big things was that I desperately wanted to go to a convention and meet you guys. So that's a good opportunity for me to actually do that. Be so sad if it's actually during the expo, because then I'll miss it while I'm in the UK. I'm thinking of asking Manachan if we could do it like the week after, or a few days after, or something like that, just because for pure convenience type of thing. But obviously I don't know what's gonna happen. VTuber birthdays are probably like the biggest event of the year outside of the anniversary, so mine being on an inconvenient date is a bit of a weird one, so we'll have to figure that out. But it'll get sorted, it's all fine. So yeah, it should be all good. I'm really excited for it though. I've always wanted to be at a convention. I've always wanted to do this, so this is a pretty good opportunity to do that. I'm very excited. Yeah! Celebrate at BXpo and then celebrate again on stream. Definitely could. Definitely could. I'm gonna have a look at what Mana 10 thinks and then we'll do that. Yeah. Hi, honey. Welcome in. You've always wanted to do this. You've been talking about the con since December. Yeah. Yeah. It's a big thing for me. It's a really big thing for me. So, yeah. I'm excited. How are we doing on time? It is 4. It is 4. I said I would do to the hour and then I would leave to go be EP. So I might head off to go be EP. I'm looking forward to it as well. Yeah, I'm so excited. I don't know some of like the main details. I've had marrows and stuff about people asking me asking me about like gifts and things and all that type of stuff, which I don't know the details of, so when I do know those details I will tell you. I will tell you all about it, I promise. Okay, I am gonna leave it there for today. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I will see you all tomorrow. I will see you for the collab that I will be doing with MIRRI, which I'm very, very excited for. I'm gonna go ahead and raid into that, actually. I didn't realize I could do a redirect. I'll redirect into that for tomorrow then. Thank you for coming, everybody. I appreciate it. Have a lovely evening, afternoon, whatever you're doing. Have a lovely day. I will see you all tomorrow. What? That's not what I wanted to do. Hey? I clicked it early. Okay, alright. Thank you for coming, everybody. Have a lovely evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye!